What's up? Don't mind me, just chilling on the floor, playing on the tablet with my baby. Y'all, what y'all doing? What time is it? 11. So it's pretty early on the West Coast. If y'all up, I just want y'all to hear me out real quick. This not even gonna be a long video. This video actually gonna be really short. So don't mind the bags of my eyes. I stayed up all night, like on the phone with people, just talking about this stuff. And I wasn't even gonna do a video about it. I said I was gonna do a video about it last night, and then I woke up. I forgot about it, and then I woke up, and I'm like, you know what? Somebody has said something that kind of make me think about it again. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go on there and I'm gonna do this video real quick. But I wanted to say, like, with the girl Carlee. Okay, if y'all watched They Clone Tyrone, did y'all watch it? You had to have watched it to even understand where I'm coming from with this. In the movie, they was letting the clones free, and they was the clones was just coming out of nowhere, just acting like, well, not even acting like they didn't know anything that was going on. They was really confused. They were brand new. They were only a couple of days old, but they were fully grown. Like, when we looking at this Carlee Russell case, it's easy to be like sex trafficking, human trafficking, or she lied or anything like that. But if we thinking about like Stranger Things, if we talk about like more like conspiracy, if we gonna really go down that rabbit hole, then what if with her disappearing, what if like she was snatched up? Like, what if she was a clone? Well, not if she was the clone. Okay, what if she was the clone, but what if they took her to clone her? Like in the movie, y'all remember how they kept snatching up the clones and throwing them in the cars and taking them and stuff? Like, her disappearance, the way she disappeared, the way she just popped back up, it reminded me how in the movie, how they was snatching the clones and the clones was just waking back up at home, not knowing what happened or anything like that. It was a couple of other things in the movie that made me think about her too, like all the reference, like when he told the girl he was gonna slap her wig off in the car, when the pimp told the girl that he was gonna slap her wig off in the car, and people like was making reference to her being human or sex trafficked, and like all of it just made me think, like, what if the whole thing with them supposed to be pressing charges against her? Like, if the whole world's a stage, right? What if they just have to play it out this way so they can gain back control over her, so they can get back possession over her? They can't just go and take her. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if she just got loose, like on the movie when the clone was walking down the street, and the homeless man, when they came and snatched the clone off the street, and the homeless man was like, oh, he off to see the wizard again. Like, what if they took that bitch to see the wizard? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to look at it for what they telling us it is. It's easy to look at it and be like, let's just take it for face value, for what we hear on the news, for what we see on the news. But like, if we believe, y'all say y'all believe in God, y'all say y'all believe in the Bible, y'all say y'all believe in this shit, but then y'all don't be believing in it when it's right there in front of y'all face. Like, everything is not what it seems. Everything is, you can't just accept everything for face value. But yeah, it was like, I think her parents even made in their statement when she came back, they made a reference to like her. They said the mom said something along the lines of she went to hug her, but then she had to take a step back because it was like she could tell that she needed some medical attention. She needed the type of help that she needed. She wasn't gonna be able to give to her. You know what I'm saying? So they had to wait for the for her to be psychically for her to be evaluated and psychologically, and make sure that she was okay mentally. And out of nowhere, they just come out with statements like, just say she lied about everything. Like, now that we got her back, let's just say that she lied about everything. We gonna take her, we gonna say, let's give her some jail time. They're gonna disappear her. She's gonna be gone. Like, we gonna assume that if they end up giving her jail time, or even if they don't, she might just fade into back into out of the public eye, right? And we don't see her no more. But whole time they didn't threw her in the back of some truck and took her ass to Canada, back to like a reprogramming center. Probably gonna even put her down and respawn another one or somewhere else. Like, it's crazy. But thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. I just feel like it's more to that story than what we being told. A lot of it just don't make sense. None of it makes sense. Like, I was watching on I think it was Ratchet TV when it was showing like her going down into the woods and stuff, and it was like, oh, did she take this route? Did she go down this trail? Did she do this? Did she do that? Like, the whole way they're going about it is just, it just don't seem, everything's just so speculative. Like, they don't have any really what evidence. Like, they said they seen her on the road, so what happened? Did she just disappear into thin air? Like, did you not see her walk into the woods? Did you not see her get into another car? Like, what happened? It's so many holes in the story. Like, this should be like an open shut case. If she traveled along the highway, you should at least be able to pick her up on some cameras, headed that way. And the car never moved. So you should be able, you saw somebody get out the car. How could you not see where they went? How could you not see that other people didn't pull up? I don't know. I just feel like it's one of those things where the truth is stranger than fiction. They done threw some stuff out there at us, hoping that it stick, hoping that we run with it. And, we just make a mockery of the whole situation and not see it for what it is. With all these alien sightings and people seeing or claiming that they seeing stuff that's not real on planes and stuff, like, I'm just saying, y'all, the veil is getting thinner, and it may be time to start looking at the stuff a little differently. Was Carlee even real? Is she even a real person? Did she ever really exist? If y'all haven't seen that movie, go and watch that movie. Go watch They Clone Tyrone. Like, in the movie, the clone, he didn't even know that he wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know what else that movie got me thinking about too? Like, you know how, okay, back when they was having like all those shootings, I think they had like a record number of shootings in Chicago at one time. It got me thinking, like, okay, at first they was saying like Tariq Nasheed, and people was saying like it could have been the police. Like, maybe it's the police that's doing all this shootings, all these weird shootings, right? But no, maybe these is the clones. In the movie, it talked about, it said we pumped these clones into all of y'all hoods, basically. All these clones are in y'all hoods. We didn't put them in Detroit, LA, Chicago. Like, all the major cities. It's pumped full of clones. And it made me think about the Us video too, like with the tethers. Like, they've been showing us some type of tether or some type of clone, or maybe that we have clones. They might even have clones of everybody, y'all. At this point, that's how I feel when you think about movies like Us. Like, it's some element of truth to all of this. And I saw somebody and they was like comparing the movie They Clone Tyrone to like Austin Powers, and how they was even talking about the clones, like when he had the little mini me back then. And it's just like they've been showing this shit in front of our face for a real long time. So I don't know if we gonna keep ignoring it. They basically telling us, like, don't be surprised when you see another you. So when you go places, you know how like they say everybody got a twin. Do we really have twins? Like, what's really going on? Like, I was talking to my brother. I'm like, you know how they say, like, they talk in the Bible, it talk about the 144,000. I'm like, what if the 144,000 that they talk about in the Bible are just the real people, and all the other people in the world who supposed to, and be here, all the other 8 billion people here might be clones? Like, You get what I'm saying? Like, what if the rapture, when the rapture happens, the rapture is only coming to take all the real people? Because let's say, like, all the other clones or whatever you want to call them, technically, they wouldn't have souls, right? They wouldn't be able to be raptured. Like, it's weird. Like, is that why they say, like, okay, you know how they be like, they say, like basically all black people ain't black, like all kinfolk, all kinfolk, all skin folk, kinfolk, or you know what I'm saying, like shit like that, because like our consciousness, like maybe they able to keep our consciousness and respawn it into different bodies. Have y'all ever seen that show on Netflix where they had these things called stacks? It was with the black guy. Dang, what's that black guy name? What else did he play in? He on all the stuff on Netflix. He played in the one where they put the little game on his head and he was dating his friend and stuff. But it was him. He wasn't the first person or whatever who he spawned into him though. Like they kept using his consciousness over and over, and they were called stacks. Like they were able to freeze your body, and they could take your stacks with held your consciousness, and they can put it into any other body that they wanted to. So today you might be Chinese, and if you died, they can make you black, or if you died, they can make you white. They could really bring you back to any type of body. Like maybe these bodies are the clones, and it's only a couple of real souls here. What's the difference between spirits and souls? Like y'all, like I'm starting to question everything. Everything, everything, everything. Mom, yeah, put it on the charger for a second. I put it on the charger. It died. Say hello. Now my charger fell. Huh, I got it. Move your feet. But y'all, this is wild. Ain't nobody talking to me in the chat today. Where y'all at? What y'all doing? How y'all feel about this? Do y'all feel like all these people is real? Like all these people who we consider crisis actors, like all of them might be clones. All of the crisis actors, like all of these people who they put in front of our face on TV, all of these people with these stories. Like what was the one white girl who had just went missing, and they said her boyfriend, like these people might be clones. Like what we consider crisis actors may be clones, y'all, and none of this stuff could be real. I don't know. I'm not trying to drive nobody crazy. I'm not even trying to drive myself crazy. But okay, when I was talking to my brother earlier, he was saying like, you know, like what if he a clone? Like they had gave my mom like a 50% chance of her living. Like they actually told her like either you can live or your baby can live, but she move. Get down. Get off the arm of the couch. But get down. But they told her that she had a 50% chance of living, that either she could live or the baby could live. And she chose for the baby to live, right? She wanted my brother to be here. Well, they were able to save her and the baby. And my brother was saying, but what if they wasn't? Like, what if that's just what they told her? What changed? If they said that somebody was gonna die, then why did nobody die? And he asked the question, he was like, why am I the only one with hazel eyes? Like he just get to proposing all these questions, like was I switched at birth? Like did I actually die and then they came and just brought her a clone as an experiment? He like, if you think about it, like I've never gotten in trouble. I've been in situations with my friends and they've all been in handcuffs and they didn't handcuff me. Like he's had these instances in his life that he feels kind of like separated him or made him feel like, or now looking back makes him question like what was really going on. Like, do they know who he is? Is he marked? Is he tagged? Like, what's going on? And we hear all these stories about people being switched at birth, and we assuming that they just switching babies with babies. But what if they switching babies with clones? You know? Like, what if, like on the movie Us, what if the real you is somewhere locked in the basement somewhere trying to break free? Hey, Carl Scotts, how you doing? Like, what if the real us is somewhere, like, trying to get to the surface world? Like, what if they just took the real Carlee Russell and then they just let her clone go? Like, we assume that, okay, in your mind, you'll go, well, why would they want a Carlee Russell? The same reason they would want a Henrietta Lacks. Like, you never know. You never know. We don't know who we are. We don't even know what we are, what we made of, until somebody tell us. I just don't think it's too far-fetched. What you think, Carl Scotts? I forgot. Did you tell me, you said you didn't watch the movie yet? Did you watch the movie that cloned Tyrone? And hey, other viewer, don't forget to like. Like, they said that girl just popped out of nowhere just walking. So what do we think? Somebody came picked her up? Or, here, sit down. What do we think? Somebody just came picked her up out the woods? Or do we think that she just stayed there overnight? Even the fact when the interviewer or the newscaster went back down there and he was searching and the Cheez-Its was there. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, they took Henrietta. Like, they really stalked her. They really gave her a really big problem. They wanted her so bad. So what if they did this to Carlee? What if they gave her an ultimatum like, listen, your life is nothing to go back to. So you might as well just stay with us. You said you think she like a distraction, not like Henrietta Lacks. Okay, so what do you think she's a distraction from? Because, like, and did you watch the movie They Clone Tyrone? In the movie They Clone Tyrone, like, it was also shining a light on, like, what may be happening with all these missing women. We assuming that everybody is being sex trafficked or human trafficked. And even if all of this was a lie about Carlee Russell and it's not true about her, it's true about somebody. Like, they doing something with these people. They not just sexual trafficking them. You get what I'm saying? They experiment on they doing exactly what they showed us in that movie. But I just thought that I would propose the question, you know, and throw the idea out there, because in today's society, it's nothing too far-fetched. We don't know if art is mimicking life or if life is mimicking art right now. Because that movie hit a little bit too close to home. So if you haven't watched it, you should go watch it, like, as soon as possible. We just coming into the age of information. So they gonna start putting everything out there. Whether it's through the movies, TV shows, whether they gotta whether they have to release information in the news or whatever they gotta do. They about to start flooding us with information. Carlee Boulet, and I watched it, and I think she a distraction from Sound of Freedom because it has no coverage, and Carlee taking all the heat from the movie. What's the movie Sound of Freedom? What is that? Because you may be right, because I have no idea what it is. However, I'm not, like, big on movies. The last movie I went to see was probably a kid's movie. Probably a Marvel movie. Something for little boys, I'm sure. But yeah, she is definitely a distraction for something. And I feel like at this point, I don't even know if this happened when they said it happened. Sound of Freedom, human trafficking. Okay, I'm gonna look into it. Malik, get off the couch like that. What's wrong with you? Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out. But yeah, I just think it's wild. Like I said, this movie to me is the mix between The Truman Show, the movie Us, the movie The Matrix. Like, it shows you like how they plant the agents and the Mr. Smiths everywhere. And it's also yes. Let me call y'all back. My baby is acting too needy right now. But y'all just think about what I said. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. And, you know, let me know what ideas y'all have. And let's pick up this conversation later. All right.